INFJs and INFPs love to try new methods of time management and productivity and new methods of creativity, but most of these methods don't work for us and instead make us feel worse about ourselves. Why is this? Well, it's not because we can't do it right, it's because we are very different from the mainstream population. And so the mainstream methods just don't work for us. Hi everyone, today I'm talking about INFJs and INFPs and different methods of creativity. I have worked with hundreds of INFJ and INFP personality types over the past 10 years, and one of the biggest problems I see over and over and over again is that mainstream methods of creativity just don't work for INFJs or INFPs. Sometimes we can take one of these methods and we can use it for a short period of time, or we can hack it in such a way that it fits and it works for us for a little while. But over the long term, we will tend to abandon that method and then be right back where we started, frustrated and feeling alone and like we're blocked in our creativity, we're blocked in our creative process. Because we want to find a method of being creative that seems to work for us, but it also seems like everything we try just doesn't work. And that really leaves us feeling pretty bad. And we're normally in a bad place about our creativity because of that reason. So what INFJs and INFPs need to remember is that we are intuitive personalities. This is the key that makes all the difference. So when it comes to creativity, our brains work in a different way than the rest of the population. For those of you who've taken classes with me or seen a lot of my videos, you know I tend to bang on about this, that our brains work in a different way than the rest of the population. But I talk about it so much because it's so very, very important. And so many of us forget that and try to fit ourselves in these standard, traditional little mainstream boxes that just don't fit us. Our creativity is truly outside of the box. We come up with things that people don't expect. We come up with things that challenge the belief systems of others and might even be threatening or intimidating to others. We come up with things that other people don't know what to do with. We also don't use a rational thinking process with our creativity, and this is also key. That means we don't use the linear steps of logic to come up with new ideas. That is not how our mind works. Instead, we make big invisible leaps. And I say invisible because they're invisible to other people, and a lot of times they're invisible to us. A lot of times we don't know how we got there either. We take daring risks inside our own mind with ideas, and we let our intuition lead us. We emotionally feel into the next steps. Because we are intuitive personalities and our minds work in this way, we need an intuitive, creative process. So the problem is not that we can't do it. It's not that we can't learn how to do a mainstream method or make it work for a little while. It's that it doesn't feel right to us, and over the long term, it's ultimately not going to work. So when we try to use these mainstream methods and then they don't fit us and they don't work, it ends up in disaster every time, and we always blame ourselves for it. The solution is to use an intuitive creative process. And here is the catch with that. Every intuitive creative process is different. There is no one size fits all with this kind of thing. You have to discover and build your own, and you have to do it through experience. An intuitive creative process, using your own intuition and your own creativity, will take you farther with your creative projects than you've ever gone before, but no one else can do it for you. No one else can build your intuitive creative process. This is something you do on your own. However, you can get help along the way. You can get guidance to help yourself do this. This is why I'm teaching my new class, Intuitive Creativity for INFJs and INFPs. This class is for all INFJs or INFPs who are writers or artists or who want to be writers or artists. You don't have to be a published writer. You don't have to be selling your artwork for a lot of money or for any money at all. You can be someone who's just starting out. You can be someone who considers themselves a newbie, or someone who used to do it a long time ago and is getting back into it, or someone who has always known they're a writer or an artist, but you're not practicing your writing or your art as much as you would like to be. So it's totally okay if you've been in a creative slump or you're confused about where to go, or you have low creative confidence. That's really common for INFJs and INFPs to have a lot of anxiety around their creativity. So if you also have that, if you have a lot of anxiety around your creativity, this is a class that's going to be a really good fit for you. We're going to be exploring all of this together as a class in live classes, and we're also going to be doing guided visualizations and meditation sessions together as part of the class to open up that creative portal and use our intuitive ability to walk through it. Sometimes I call these directed writing sessions. In this case, I'm calling them directed creative sessions, but they are incredibly powerful, and they're also a lot of fun. So if this sounds like something you need right now, please subscribe to my newsletter. That's where I send out all updates and notifications about the class. Registration opens in just a couple days. I always keep registration open for 5 days, and then after that it's closed. No latecomers, so if you know you want in, please get in. Please also like, share, subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out, it really helps the channel out, and I super appreciate it. If you have any questions at all about the class or just about intuition, creativity, writing, please feel free to send me an email, lauren@laurensapala.com. Thanks so much, everyone. I hope I see you in this class, and I will see you next time.